Hi, friends. It's team time with Miss Teresa. Together, we're going to do some exercises and active movement. Now, this week we've been talking about community helpers, which is anyone who works in a neighborhood or community and they do different things to help the people that live there. So, people in a hospital, like a doctor or a nurse, people in a school, a teacher, a custodian, um, construction workers, mailmen. There's many, many community helpers. So the last time we met, we did yoga that kind of was working on the different movements that community workers do. So I have a little more information on that this time to do some better movements, but we're learning together. So while I talk to your parents once again about reminding them about the benefits of yoga, you're going to do your exercises. So do you remember some of the fireman training exercises that we did a couple weeks ago? Because we had been doing some of our warm-ups, but these firemen do a lot of exercising and strength training to be ready in case they had to go fight a fire. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of them, and then you can do them while I chat with your mom and dad. So we had step ups, we had floor to ceiling lifts, and then we also had our lift with just a regular lift. And I think I put my broom away, so we will just use that. Okay. So you can do one or all three of these, and I'll turn this down so you can see it a little bit. So for the step up, you could use a pillow or a small item that was stable that you could step up onto, all right? So for step ups, because firemen may have to go up and down steps, this is something that they do, all right? So you might start with your right leg and then alternate and do your left leg, all right? So I would just step up and then step down. And then use your other leg. Step up and step down, okay? So you can try and do that. Maybe you can count while you do it, or you can say your ABCs. Okay. Another exercise was the floor to ceiling lift. Okay, with this, you have your legs 2 feet apart, and you're going to bend your knees, you're going to lift it up, and you're going to push up to the ceiling, and then down, and then up to the ceiling. And that is very helpful for firemen to do, because they may have to lift and push equipment up to another fireman. The other one was, I think they call it a deadlift. Okay. And with this one, once again, your legs are shoulder width apart. You bend your knees slightly, and then you're going to bend down, pick it up, and you're just going to stand up and lift it up. And stand up, and then you just tighten your legs when you do it. Okay? And you can count or do your ABCs when you do it. All right, friends, so you have your warm-up exercises to do while I just remind your parents about the benefits of yoga, which adults or kids could do it. And a lot of these benefits are the same for adults as they are for kids. But so for yoga, it helps to manage anxiety when kids are moving and breathing and doing the relaxation techniques. It helps them to manage anxiety and the things that they are getting stressed out about. Okay, it improves their emotional regulation when they can learn to be in the present moment and control the things that they're thinking about. It helps them to ultimately control and regulate their own emotions. It boosts self-esteem. When a child learns a new move, whether it be in yoga or karate or soccer, when they learn a new skill, it builds their self-esteem, that pride in being able to do something. It increases their body awareness and their mindfulness. When they're going through the motions and they have to control their body, then they are aware of the capabilities that they have and how they can control their body. It enhances concentration and memory. When they have to focus and concentrate on holding a move, that increases their concentration and memory to remember the different movements that they have to do. That's another benefit. It helps to strengthen a child's strength and flexibility. So when your child has to stretch or to hold a pose, you may not be lifting things, but it does increase your strength when you have to do some of these moves. And when they're growing, when you improve their flexibility, it reduces a lot of injuries. All right, and it reduces impulsivity and helps to teach them discipline. So um, at times, any kid can have challenging behaviors, um, and yoga provides a physical outlet in which they can express themselves, and it helps to teach them discipline to listen and control themselves to follow instructions. All right, friends, how did you do on your fireman exercises? All last week we were talking about firemen and how much they help out in the community. And they definitely need to be strong and flexible and coordinated to be able to do all these things to help if there's a fire. All right, so I have a song that we're going to do first because there's a community helper called a construction worker. They make our houses, our bridges, our homes, our schools, stores, churches. They build buildings all over, construction workers do. And then one of their main tools is a hammer. So we're going to do a song called Johnny Works with One Hammer, and then we'll do a couple of the moves, and we won't do all of them that we did on Monday, but we're going to focus on maybe like 3 or 4 of them and see if we can do them better with more precise instructions, all right? So the first song we're going to do is Johnny Works with One Hammer. So you get up off of your chair, get up off of your couch, and we're going to move because we're going to be moving, all right? So let me turn on the song, and then we're going to do Johnny Works with One Hammer.
Works with one hammer,
so one arm.
Johnny works with one hammer, then he works with 2. 1, 2.
Ready?
Johnny works with 2 hammers, 2 hammers, 2 hammers. Johnny works with 2 hammers, then he works with 3. 1, 2, 3. Johnny works with 3 hammers, 3 hammers, 3 hammers. Johnny works with 3 hammers, then he works with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you ready?
Johnny works with 4 hammers, 4 hammers, 4 hammers. Johnny works with 4 hammers, then he works with 5.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Johnny works with 5 hammers, 5 hammers, 5 hammers. Johnny works with 5 hammers, and he goes to sleep.
Good job, friends. That was awesome singing. Very nice. All right. Yes, with construction workers, hopefully they're not using more than one hammer at a time. But they're often pulling out all different types of tools that they use when they're building. All right, so the other day we did probably 6 or 8 different yoga moves, but today we're kind of going to look at 3 to 4 of them. I'll have to watch my time on the video and see if we can get some more precise movements on those to do a little better job, all right? So I had a yoga mat. Now, do you need a yoga mat? Do you remember? You don't have to have a yoga mat. I got mine at $5 store and I cut them into 3 pieces so I could share them with my friends here because they're kind of big for a little kid. So I have one, but you could use a rug, you could use a towel. You don't have to have a yoga mat, all right? So I have this purple one here. Lay it here. Move away my other equipment. Okay. All right, so I have my yoga mat so you can see me. So what I'm going to do is I have to put up on my screen so I can see when I'm explaining to you about the different. Okay. All right, so the first one they have is the teacher yoga, right? A lot of you have met your teachers recently, whether it be in person or if you've met me on virtual. I've met a lot of kids on my Wonderful World of Wilson, and some of the kids are new, some of the kids have been coming for a couple weeks, but teacher is a yoga move. So it says stand tall with your feet together. So not apart, you know how I was saying shoulder width apart. Put your feet together, reach towards the ceiling as high as you can, both hands, and then you slightly bend both knees in the hold position. Okay. The other day when we did it, we counted to 3, but this time we're going to count to 5. All right. So this is the teacher. We're going to stand tall with your feet together. Reach toward the ceiling as high as you can. Then we're going to bend both our knees in hold position, and let's count to 5. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great counting, friends. Good holding. All right, now we're going to move to our next one. Okay, the farmer is definitely someone that helps in our community. If you drive outside of the Binghamton area, you either go down into Pennsylvania or just out into, there are some parts in Binghamton that have farms, but I think there's, let's see, Newark Valley, Portland, that's a little further away. I'm trying to think of ones that are right outside of our area. There is farmland, so there's farmers in our community. So for a farmer, they do a lot of work, right? So you start in the standing position. You're gonna, now this is tricky because you're gonna use your right arm and your left leg at the same time, and then we're gonna do a hold of 5, okay? So I'm gonna lift my right arm and my left leg, so it's opposite, okay? And then I'm gonna count to 5. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That took a lot of concentration. I was even a little wiggly. All right, so now we're going to do the other one. We're going to do left arm and right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was tricky. Let's try that one again. You really have to focus on keeping your balance. So it helps to bend your knees a little bit. If you're standing straight up tall or on your pinky toes, it's definitely going to be difficult. So, right arm, left leg. So the leg on the opposite side, not the same side, opposite side. So right arm, left leg, you ready? We're going to pull it up and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that is tricky. And the more you do it, you get a little better. Okay, we're going to do the other arm, left arm, right leg. You ready? Left arm out, right leg. 1. Doing terrible this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. How did you do, friends? That was a tough one. All right, so for the veterinarian, start on your hands and knees. I have to read this one again. I had looked at it earlier and I thought I knew it, but let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, are you ready? This one's a little tough, not too bad. Okay, so for this one, you are going to put your feet on the ground, put your hands in front of you, and you're almost like making a little tent, okay? Your bottom is going to stay up in the air, and then you're going to just let your head hang and breathe, okay? So, put our hands out, let our head hang, and we're going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can go back down to your knees and take a rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do one more. You ready? Put your hands out, put your bottom up in the air, and your head, look at your feet, and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job, friends. All right, we have one more to do. We did the teacher, the farmer, the veterinarian, and I have one more that we want to do. Turn my screen. All right. Whoop. Okay, this one is called the custodian. Whenever you go to any building, whether it be your school, the grocery store, the library, Chuck E. Cheese, wherever you go, Dunkin' Donuts, restaurants, there is somebody that takes care of that building so it looks good and it's clean and tidy and not messy with dirt and trash, and they are called the custodians. The custodians are one of the most important people in the building because they are keeping it in a functioning manner. If the custodian wasn't there, we'd be tripping over trash and kicking dirt all over the place. So the custodians are very important. All right, so for the custodian, you stand tall, you lift your hands above your head. We're going to breathe out and lean to the right. Then we're going to breathe in and go back to standing up straight. Okay, let's try that one again. Okay, we're standing tall. We lift our hands above our head. We're going to breathe in and lean to the right. And then we're going to breathe out and back up straight. Okay, so we're going to do it to the opposite side, to the left side, and we'll do the same type movement. All right, we're reaching up. We're going to breathe in and lean over, and then when we let our breath out, we're going to come back straight. All right, you ready? That feels good. You ready? Do it again. Very nice. All right. How about when we do it this time, we do a 5 count when we hold our breath. All right, you ready? So the custodian, you're going to stand tall. We're going to breathe in and hold it as we lean over, count to 5, and then we'll let it out and go back up straight above our head. You ready? I'm just counting with my fingers. Ready? That feels really good to do that. To stretch out your arms, to control your breathing. These are excellent, excellent exercises to help us feel good and to increase our flexibility. All right, so that is all I have for today, but I will see you again on Friday for more Team Time with Miss Teresa. Together, we are doing exercises and active movement, and I encourage you to get out there, even if it feels a little cold. Put on a hat, put on some gloves, put on a warmer jacket, and just get out there and get moving. We look forward to seeing you again. Stay well.